And now to the major news impacting Tennessee's largest school district. The Tennessee Senate has passed a bill that could create a state oversight board for Memphis-Shelby County Schools. That's over ongoing concerns about academic performance and financial oversight. ABC 24's Lauren Turman begins our team coverage with a breakdown of where the bill stands now and when MSCS could see a change. Lauren.
Yes, Pepper, a lot to keep track of here, but all of the details are very important. This bill would create a state oversight board for school districts facing ongoing academic or financial issues. And during debate, lawmakers pointed to early findings from a forensic audit of Memphis-Shelby County Schools as part of the reasoning for why this is necessary, showing about $1.1 million in waste and abuse so far. Now, this bill sets 6 criteria for state intervention, and districts meeting at least 4 could face oversight. Those include low proficiency in math and English, high numbers of failing schools, chronic absenteeism, long-term priority school status, audit findings of financial mismanagement or other things, and frequent leadership turnover. Memphis-Shelby County Schools is the only district in the state that actively meets at least 4 of 6 criteria and is said by senators to reach all 6. A 9-member board appointed by Governor Bill Lee, speakers of both the House and Senate, and a local legislative body would oversee the district for at least 4 years if this is all approved. In a Senate compromise of the report, it states that after 4 years, there would be a reassessment of the schools to see if significant progress has been made. And while supporters of the bill say this is what's needed, not only for MSCS, but for the state of Tennessee, those who oppose are worried the power that this may take away from voters.
If we're going to help our citizens across West Tennessee, across this state, we have to have additional resources and tools. This is one way of doing it. I would take advantage of it. I think my communities would, if that were necessary.
What this bill does is supersedes the voters of Shelby County to put in what we would consider a Republican-appointed governing body to supersede the decision-making of the people who were elected by Shelby County.
And if this law is enacted, the oversight board would have to be in place by July 1st. The House is reconvening right now, and if representatives sign off, the bill heads to Governor Bill Lee. Pepper?
Fast moving for sure. Now, some lawmakers are comparing this to the Achievement School District. So what's different here?
Yes, Pepper, this comparison between Achievement School Districts and the current legislation on the table has been talked about quite a lot, but the differences haven't really been addressed. So lawmakers say that this is a broader approach. As a reminder, the Achievement School District was created with the goal of taking over Tennessee's lowest performing schools, improving them, and then eventually releasing them from the priority status. However, after 15 years, state lawmakers claim the program's goals were widely seen as unfulfilled. In March of 2025, state lawmakers voted unanimously to end the Achievement School District and transition to an intervention model that gives more control to local school districts. This plan, Senator Brent Taylor says, instead targets issues beyond just the scope of academics and instead looks at further mismanagement issues within Tennessee schools. But those who oppose the bill say they are worried this oversight board will turn out in the same way. In the studio, I'm Lauren Turman.
Lauren, thank you. Now, this looming state takeover is drawing strong reaction from parents and other people in the community. ABC 24's Ezekiel Telemaco picks up our team coverage with that part of the story.
That's right. I talked to some people with mixed feelings, and while supporters point to concerns raised in a forensic audit, parents and educators we spoke to say that they are not sold on the idea of state control. The proposed takeover would give state leaders, including the governor and top lawmakers, the power to appoint most members of a new oversight board. State leaders argue that the intervention is necessary, citing early audit findings that flag more than $1 million in potential waste and abuse within the district. In Memphis, some community members say that real issues go far deeper than finances, which a takeover cannot fix.
For us to expect our children to perform like everyone else in the state coming from impoverished areas is absolutely ludicrous, and I am not for a state takeover, and I support MSCS 100%.
Others say that there is still not enough proof that state intervention would help the students.
Community needs more questions before we just lay down all of our cards and say, yes, we're ready for state intervention, because there's not been enough historical information and data to give us the confidence and trust that the state is in our best interest at this time.
For now, community members are waiting for the outcome of this vote before making any major decisions. We'll make sure to keep you updated here on ABC 24, on our streaming platform on ABC 24 Plus, and our website on abc24.com. Reporting in the studio, I'm Ezekiel Telemanco, ABC 24 News.